Amid the ongoing counteroffensives in Kherson Oblast and Kharkiv Oblast, Ukraine's Zelensky government on Tuesday released a 9-page document called the Kyiv Security Compact. Written by co-chairs of the Working Group on International Security Guarantees for Ukraine, Anders Fogh Rasmussen and Andriy Yermak, features a series of recommendations for the Ukrainian armed forces in its protracted war against Russia. These recommendations include the following for long-term self-defense: a high readiness force that can effectively and forcefully respond to a territorial breach, a massive training and joint maneuver program of Ukrainian forces and partners on Ukrainian territory with international trainers and advisors, advanced defensive systems to aid in deploying air and maritime missile defense, cyber capabilities, advanced radar capabilities, access to EU's capability funding to rebuild Ukraine's defense industrial base on EU or NATO standards, and develop with EU member states new defensive capabilities. And finally, self-defense territorial force for all civilians aged above 18 years. The document further lists the nature of international aid Ukraine needs to achieve these defense objectives, such as foreign direct investment, technical assistance, technology transfer, training exercises, and intelligence sharing. The Security Compact also details the legal scope in order to avoid pitfalls of weak guarantees, stating that they must be legally and politically binding, as well as open-ended, ongoing, and endorsed by the United Nations. It also gets into the nitty-gritties involving the mechanisms of implementing these security guarantees and how continued international sanctions against Russia must go hand in hand with them. Following this document's release, Russia hit out at Kyiv, with the deputy head of the country's Security Council, Dmitry Medved, believing the guarantees to be unrealistic and labeling the document as a prologue to World War III, according to state media outlet TASS. Medvedev said the following as part of a Telegram post late on Tuesday. Our sworn friends, Western bosses of various calibers, to whom this hysterical appeal is addressed, must finally understand one simple thing. It directly concerns NATO's hybrid war with Russia. If these half-wits continue the unrestrained pumping of the Kiev regime with the most dangerous types of weapons, then sooner or later the military campaign will move to another level. And then the Western countries will not be able to sit in their clean houses and apartments, laughing at how they carefully weaken Russia by proxy. Everything flares up around them. But while the narrow-minded politicians and their stupid think tanks, thoughtfully twirling a glass of wine in their hands, talk about how they can deal with us without entering into a direct war, dull idiots with a classical education. For The Print, this is Raghav Bikhchandani. For more, log on to theprint.in and follow us on social media.